Celtic continued their winning ways yesterday with a brilliant 4-1 win over Ross County. We will discuss the fallout from this game whilst going over a lot of transfer news, as we are now in the middle of the January transfer window. But first, make sure you like this video and subscribe to the channel for more Celtic content. Oxford United are reportedly keen on signing Celtic's Polish defender Mike Nawrocki on loan as they seek to bolster their defensive options for the remainder of the Championship season. According to the Daily Record, the 23-year-old is a top target for Oxford manager Gary Rowett. Nawrocki joined Celtic from Legia Warsaw in the summer of 2023 in a £4 million move, but has found first-team opportunities hard to come by at Parkhead. Currently, he sits behind established central defenders Cameron Carter-Vickers, Austin Trusty, and Liam Scales in Brendan Rodgers' pecking order. With Dane Murray recently recalled from a loan spell to provide cover, Nawrocki appears even further removed from the starting 11. The Polish defender's time at Celtic has been plagued by limited opportunities to make an impact, with Brendan Rodgers favouring a settled central defensive partnership of Carter-Vickers and Trusty, and Liam Scales performing when called upon. Nawrocki has spent much of the season on the bench or outside the matchday squad. Injuries throughout his first season at the club meant that he couldn't nail down a place in the squad. With the January transfer window open, a loan move to Oxford United could provide Nawrocki with a vital opportunity to gain consistent game time and showcase his talents. Oxford United are currently battling to solidify their position in the highly competitive Championship and see Nawrocki as a player who can add quality and depth to their backline. They sit 17th in the 24-team league, just 5 points above the relegation zone. They need to pick up a few points and keep opposition attacks at bay to stay safe this season. Nawrocki could add some quality to a defence that's conceded 40 goals this season. Now for the main story, as Celtic are rumoured to be looking to add yet another striker this month, the Hoops have been linked again with a move for a familiar face. Johnny Kenny, who recently returned to the club from a successful loan move at Shamrock Rovers with 20 goals in 38 games, including 5 in the Conference League, made his Celtic debut off the bench against Ross County this afternoon, providing an assist for Luke McCowan's goal to seal a 4-1 win. With Kenny now firmly Celtic's third-choice forward, the Hoops are said to be interested in adding another striker. Surprisingly, the player Celtic are reportedly looking to reignite an interest in is Mathias Kvistgaarden. The Express report that Celtic have made contact with Kvistgaarden's representatives over the last 2 weeks. The Danish striker has consistently scored goals for Brøndby in the Superliga, with 14 goals and an assist in 15 league games so far this season. He is proving to be one of Europe's promising young strikers. However, the Express also reports that Celtic will only sign him this month if Kyogo Furuhashi leaves the club, with Kyogo consistently linked with a move to Atalanta United, now managed by former Celtic boss Ronny Deila. A deal for the Japanese striker appears unlikely due to a minimal fee of £10 million, almost half of what Manchester City were reportedly interested in paying in the summer, meaning a move for Kvistgaard appears to be on hold for the time being. In other news, Celtic midfielder Rio Hatate completed an impressive milestone this afternoon against Ross County in Dingwall. With Hatate coming off the bench to score midweek against Dundee United at Celtic Park, it gave the Japanese playmaker the perfect chance to make his own history against Ross County this afternoon. Hatate, of course, made his 100th Celtic start against Don Cowie's side, having joined the Hoops just over 3 years ago from Kawasaki Frontale. At times, he can prove a match winner, and at others, disappoint. However, one thing is clear. At the top of his game, he is unplayable, as shown by his debut against Hibernian on January 17th at Celtic Park, where he won man of the match. He followed this up with a goal at Tynecastle 9 days later in a 2-1 win. With his 2 goals and an assist in his first Glasgow derby, he endeared himself to the Celtic support. He has proven over the years to be one of the Hoops' best players, with his return from injury last season helping the Hoops secure another league title. With 3 league titles, 2 league cups and 2 Scottish Cups in his time in Glasgow, he has shown himself to be a bargain signing for just £1.4 million. In other news, Brendan Rodgers handed Johnny Kenny his long-awaited Celtic debut in the 4-1 win over Ross County, and the young Irish forward seized the opportunity with an impressive cameo. capping it off with an assist for Luke McCowan's late goal. With injuries mounting in Celtic's attacking department, Rodgers turned to Kenny and 18-year-old B-team talent Daniel Cummings to bolster the matchday squad. Kenny, who returned to Celtic after a successful loan spell at Shamrock Rovers, made his mark as he stepped onto the pitch in the closing stages in Dingwall. Rodgers was full of praise for Kenny after the match, recognising the hard work the forward has put in during his time away from the club. It was absolutely brilliant. You think a young Irish guy came in a few years ago and he obviously went back out and in and done really well. He scored goals regularly. He scored in Europe for Shamrock, to then come in and be given that opportunity. And I thought I was so pleased for him because it just means everything to him and to any of the young players. So he's deserved that wee run out that he's had. He'd come in, him and Luke McCowan, they energised the game. Kenny's time at Shamrock Rovers showcased his ability to deliver on the big stage. The forward scored 7 goals in 9 European matches, including in Champions League qualifiers and the UEFA Conference League group stage. His performances helped propel the Irish side to domestic success and earned him a shot to prove his worth at Celtic. In Dingwall, Kenny demonstrated his readiness to contribute, slotting seamlessly into the game. He showed composure, sharpness, and a clear understanding of the team's attacking play. Kenny's promising debut comes at a crucial time for Celtic, with injuries to key players like Dyson Maeda and Nicholas Kuhn, leaving Rodgers short of attacking options. As the schedule remains relentless, the young forward may find himself called upon again in the weeks ahead. Could Kenny be the third striker Rodgers was looking for? Lastly, Brendan Rodgers has revealed the debate amongst his team over who should take Celtic's penalty against Ross County in Dingwall this afternoon. With Kyogo Furuhashi on the verge of a hat-trick with 2 goals already, he looked to be in contention to take over from usual penalty taker Arne Engels. However, Rodgers revealed it was actually another player who he had calls from others to take the penalty. He said, "You see the confidence in him now and the happiness he's playing. He's playing with authority, which, as I said, that's what you need to do. If you're playing a midfield player for Celtic, you need to have that authority. He's been on a great run of form, great consistency, and he's just got to keep it going. It's just trusting a player. Sometimes you get the inkling, he's missed the first one. The guys are saying, should we give it to Luke? No, let him deal with the pressure. Let him deal with the pressure, and he stepped up and he dealt really well with it. It's great to hear the faith that Rodgers has in the Celtic record signing to step up and take a penalty after missing at the first opportunity. With some looking to see McCowan take the retake, it's interesting that the Scotsman has a lot of support as well, meaning that if Engels isn't on the pitch, in McCowan Celtic have yet another player who is ready to take a penalty, something that, over recent years, the team have lacked. Rodgers is clearly the final decision maker, with his call to let Engels retake the penalty ultimately the right one, with the Belgian international in red-hot form in recent weeks from penalties and corner kicks thanks to his special delivery. Celtic fans, what are your thoughts on what we discussed in today's video? Let us know down in the comments section below. That does bring us to the end of today's video. Make sure you hit the like button and subscribe to the channel for more Celtic content. Thank you,